Good morning, everybody. This is Data Pioneer Southeast coming to you from the Windows 10 Tech News and Reviews YouTube channel. And today I thought I would do a follow-up video on one I did previously about the Plex Media Server. I have a Plex Media Server in my home, and it's running. It's an application that runs on my Windows 10 Pro main PC. I use it to download videos primarily from the web. Primarily from YouTube. I have taken DVDs, movies that I have, and ripped those that I own and put them on the Plex Media servers as well under the movies category. But right now, for the most part, what I do is I download YouTube videos and place those on my Plex Media server and then view them on the big screen. I have two smart TVs in my home. One in my living room, which is the large smart TV with a computer built into it. And then I also have a smaller one in the bedroom, and I can go to either one because it's set up to work off of the router. And so with Wi-Fi, I can watch my videos coming off the Plex Media server with ease. It's just of watching television. And I've got a 200 megabit per second download speed on my Spectrum internet. And so I don't have any problem streaming, don't have any problem watching those. And so it's a great thing. But today what I thought I would do is show you the process rather than show you what Plex Media Server is, because I've done that before. What I thought I would do is show you the process that I use to download those videos from the web, from YouTube, and place them on my Plex Media server, and then create a new category that didn't exist previously, and show you how I do that, and then play a little bit of one of the videos and show you how it works. I am concentrating today on a YouTuber that I think is a wonderful guy. He's extremely smart, not very, he's extremely smart. And the guy's named Mr. Carlson, on Mr. Carlson's Lab. And I've always been interested in electronics. I subscribe to this guy. His videos, however, are quite lengthy, I will tell you that. So if you don't want to sit and watch a restoration video in electronics for an hour and a half, you might want to take it in steps instead of watching the whole thing. I watched them from beginning to end. This particular one I'm going to show you is a four-parter. Each one of these videos is probably an hour or more. Some of them maybe even longer. And it's 4 parts. And it's a restoration of a device that we're going to get into. It's an electronic restoration of a Supreme Vitalizer from 1939. It's a very nice device that has 3 particular electronic components built in side by side. And so I'm going to show you, not that, but I'm going to show you how I go about downloading those 4-part video and then setting it up on the Plex Media server so that I can view it on the big screen. And so let's get into it. And so welcome to the Windows 10, Windows Tech News and Reviews YouTube channel. And let's get into the Plex Media server on Windows 10 Pro main PC. Go ahead, let's join me. Okay, so I'm out on my Microsoft Edge browser, and I'm going to get on my Firefox browser and pull up the video that I talked about. Here it is. It's Supreme Alignment with Electronics Tech Tips. This is part 4, actually, of a 4-part series. And so the other 3 parts are here, parts 1, 2, and 3. And what I'm going to do is I've already downloaded the one, part 4, and here it is. It is under Plex Media, Videos, Electronics. But I want to create a separate category. I want to create another folder out here, and I want to call it Mr. Carlson's Lab. And the reason I want to do that is so that when I'm searching for it, it's easy to find. Now let me move that video into Mr. Carlson's Lab folder. And let's go ahead and close this. And now what I want to do is pull up the part 1 video and show you that what I first do is I download by clicking this download here, which I have set up in the Firefox browser, and that's why I moved to it. And you can see the video is downloading right now. Once it's downloaded, I'll show you the process that I use to copy it to the location, to the folder that I just created, using an application called TerraCopy. And so this is how I do it. I've got an extension out on my Firefox web browser for downloading videos, which is the down arrow that you see there. And once it's downloaded, I'll show you how I then move this video to the location. This one's a pretty lengthy video, 714 megabytes, so it's about an hour, 22 minutes long, actually. Very long video. I told you that Mr. Carlson's labs video are pretty long. Videos are pretty long. All right, so it's almost downloaded now. And so once it's downloaded, I'll right-click on here and say Open Containing Folder. And then I go in, and when I pull this up here, and then I'll go over and I'll right-click, and I'll say TerraCopy, and then Move. All right, and so Mr. Carlson's lab folder is not there, so what I'm going to do is hit the Browse button here, and then go out to the location. There it is, Mr. Carlson's lab. Select that folder, and then it's going to copy that over to, or move it rather, to Mr. Carlson's lab. It'll disappear from here, and we'll wind up in Mr. Carlson's lab folder. Okay, so I'm going to close this interface. Now I'm going to go down. Actually, I can back it up and then go down to the
higher end frequencies.
Yeah, let's go to the next one, which is part 2. Let's click on that. And it's the Vitalizer part 2 video. Let's do the down arrow again to copy that. That's what I do. And select the 740 MP4. And then once that copies over, this one's not quite as long. This was a short one, actually, about 20-some minutes long. And once it copies, I'm going to repeat the process that I showed you in part 1, which is now to right-click on the file, open containing folder, and let's bring that up to full screen, and then right-click on the file again, and let's select that TerraCopy. And now that the folder's already there, I'll just click Move, and then I'll just select the Mr. Carlson's Lab folder, and it copies it in. All right, so that one's done. Now let's move on to the last part, and I'm just going to scroll down on this one and go down to part 3 and select that one. It's going down to part 3, and there it is. And let's hit the down arrow, and let's select that 720p, and it's going to copy that over, and the download, it downloads it to a particular location, and then I just open it up as I showed you earlier. This is a pretty neat process, and once I get this all set up, then I'll show you what I do from that point. I do have to set up the library in the Plex Media server to recognize the new folder I created in the File Explorer, which is Mr. Carlson's Lab. All right, so now I right-click on this file again and open containing folder, and then go down and right-click here and TerraCopy and move, and then move to Mr. Carlson's Lab. So he copies it in, drops it out of here, moves it to Mr. Carlson's Lab. All right, so we're done with that. So let me go ahead and close this. All right, and so now the next thing I want to do is get back into the well, I don't think I can do it from here. I think I'm going to have to do it back from that one. Here we go. I get in here, right-click on that, and open Plex. All right, and so I need to select the user, put in my PIN code to get in. Put in my PIN code, which is 4 digits, and it selects me. And here it is. This is the Plex Media server. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is hit the left arrow at the top and come down to the area here to add the library, and then click on the other videos. And now I've got a selection here, a category. I'm going to get rid of other videos and say videos, and then I'm going to put a comma. All right, electronics, and then I've got a comma here, and then Mr. Carlson's Lab, which is the folder that I created earlier. All right, then I hit the next button, and then I click add, browse for media folders, select the E drive, go down to the media folder, and then go up to, down to videos, and then go up to electronics, and then scroll up to Mr. Carlson's Lab and click add. All right, and then add library. So what that does is it adds Mr. Carlson's Lab to the library. And so now we have the videos in Mr. Carlson's Lab. So I'm going to go ahead and open this one up. And so I'll come over to the left, hit the up arrow, and it should start playing here.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Mr. Carlson's Lab. I picked up another really neat electronic device for us to restore and bring back to life together.
Okay, so this is how I play those in the player, and I can stream that to the TV. Okay, so that was a quick demonstration of the process I use for downloading videos from the YouTube and incorporating them into my Plex Media server. And I'm back on the Plex Media server now, and just wanted to wrap up this video and show you that once I downloaded those, what I didn't show you was on the Plex Media server here, once you get back to the main screen, you can scroll down here. You can actually see in the library the new category that I created, which is the Videos, Electronics, Mr. Carlson's Lab. And you can select this button over here. You can scan the library files, and that will actually scan them in. I've already done that. But if I just select that particular category, you can see the four-part video that I downloaded previously when I was showing you this. They're right here. And so I can select any one of those and play any one of those that I want to play. And I can take them out of sequence if I want. I can start anywhere in the video itself. For instance, if I started here and selected that and then clicked on that, it actually begins. And I'll show you that I can okay, and I can move over to another location if I want to get into, say, 6 minutes 9 seconds of the video. I can do that. Okay, and if I'm viewing a video and I want to go back and review something that had just been spoken and I didn't pick it up clearly, and I want to listen to it again, let me show you that process. I use these buttons here, the skip back 10 seconds or skip ahead 10 seconds, okay? So let me do that and demonstrate that for you, and then I'll wrap this video up. Okay, and so the Plex Media server is a great thing. I mean, I can view this. I'm looking at it right now on my widescreen monitor, which is the player, 1920 by 1080, and it's in HD, high definition, 1080p. So I can take the videos off of the YouTube and put them on the Plex Media server. And what's really nice about it is I don't have all the other clutter around the video. I don't have ads coming into the video that normally show up on YouTube these days. When they're on the Plex Media server from the download, there are no ads. I can start and stop it at will. Nothing interferes with it. I don't have any pop-up notifications coming up and stuff like that normally that you get in a lot of videos that you have. And so this is a great thing, and I just wanted to show you that you can do this with your Plex Media server. It's an app that runs through your browser, and then you can stream it to your TVs in the home. So this has been how I download videos and put them on my Plex Media server on my Windows 10 Pro main PC. And so this has been Data Pioneer Southeast on the Windows 10 Tech News and Reviews YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell off to the right, and you'll be able to be notified every time I upload a video. If you like my video, please hit the thumbs up. And so you have a nice day. Take care.